Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And today on the channel, I have a pick a card reading for you guys that is going to be really fun. This is called a love match tarot reading. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to look into who your ideal lover is and what their qualities are like. So you can see this as like a love match reading, or maybe an indication of what type of person you're most attracted to or who you could be a good fit with. And there's two ways to do this reading. The first is just to take a chance and pick a card and see if that resonates with you. If for some reason it doesn't, you can listen to all the different archetypes that are explained here and choose the one that you want to claim. Maybe you're someone who would like little aspects of one and some little aspects of another. So let me know what you think in the comments below if this ends up resonating with you, or if any of these archetypes are something that you feel attracted to. So in order to choose your card, all you have to do is just choose one of these cards that are laid out here. We've got number 1, or you can choose the purple flowers. We've got number 2, or the orange flowers. Number 3, or the pink flowers. Number 4, or the leaves, if you find yourself drawn to the leaves. Number 5, these lavender flowers over here. So choose a part of the plant you feel the most attracted to, or choose a card that resonates the most with you, or a number, and you can head down below to the description or to the comments where the timestamps will be posted, so that you can click on that and instantly be fast forwarded to your reading. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you'd like to see more readings like this in the future. And if you choose number 1, we're gonna get started right away. So if you choose number 1, who is your love match? Who are you the most compatible with? And we are getting the King of Wands. Awesome. Now, what I want to say first is it doesn't matter who you are attracted to, if you're attracted to men or women or non-binary or anything in the spectrum of gender. Just because we're seeing what looks like a man here on this card doesn't mean that this is a man. This is just an energy. It's a person, okay? So this person is a real joy to have around. This is somebody who is healthy and fit. They play sports. They might enjoy sports both as like a player or a spectator. This person works out regularly. They need a lot of exercise. They get bored easily. This is a very assertive person, and they have good intentions. This person has very strong principles and strong morals that they believe in, and they are always standing ground for what they believe in. So this is a person who speaks out. This is the life of the party type of person. This is the person that lights up the room. This is somebody who is drawn to success and might even be on a entrepreneurial type of path. This person has like a lot of vision and a lot of foresight. So this is a very fiery energy, which sometimes means that this person could be a fire sign, or perhaps has a fire sun, moon, or rising, or their Venus is in a fire sign. So we're talking about maybe some type of Sagittarius energy here. Aries is also associated with this card. And sometimes I also feel an energy of Capricorn in the King of Wands. So those could be some signs associated with this person. They have very high aspirations for their life. So if you're looking for someone who is fun and is adventurous and isn't dull, somebody who dreams big, somebody who takes the lead, somebody who is just out with the old, in with the new type of person, somebody who's all about new ideas and new concepts, new inventions, new technology, an original person, then this is your King of Wands, or your person. So this is somebody who is known for their future-oriented mind. They're always thinking about the future and the things that they want to create. And something that's really refreshing about this person is that they're very honest. So they will always speak the truth. They also have a little bit of a spice in them. Spicy, spicy King of Wands. They've got a, a sarcastic sense of humor, a spicy energy to them. This person has a plan. Sometimes they come across as just all over the place, and you might think at first this is somebody who's all talk and no action, but they follow through, and that's something that's really attractive about them, is they actually have accomplished some goals already in their life. They've actually have something to back up all of their talk with. They are someone that when they pursue you or they're being pursued by you, they will follow through. They will send you that thanks for the great night text. Like, they're not just gonna leave you hanging. The King of Wands doesn't usually ghost people. If they break up with somebody or they aren't into someone, they'll be direct and they'll tell you. And that's something I talk to people a lot about in personal readings. People are telling me a lot they're getting ghosted, and that people are they don't know why and what happened. And the King of Wands is like the one type of person that will actually tell you exactly how they feel and like what's going on, if they have a problem with something. It's just really refreshing to date somebody like that or to be with someone like that, because it's just so much better for communication. So speaking about communication, this person is very gifted with communication. They're direct, they're outspoken, and they don't believe in holding back when voicing their opinions. Sometimes this person, as far as the downside about them, is sometimes they can come across as a little bit arrogant, or a little bit insensitive, just because they don't have much of a filter. But since they have such strong morals and they have such strong opinions, they tend to be a very honorable person with good intentions. I would say the shadow side of the King of Wands, maybe somebody who hasn't grown into themselves, is a little intense and tends to hurt people's feelings and stuff like that. But this person I'm talking about here is someone who's grown into themselves, who's confident, and who is kind of in control. They do like to be in control. They do like to dominate their environment a little bit. But it's just because they're very expressive and they're very creative. They're confrontational a little bit, but they have really good intentions, okay? So this is a good person to have around the house because they like to fix things up. This is like the DIY type of person. They love making things and breaking things apart, putting them back together, building things around the home. If they can do it themselves, they will. And they're just a very handy type of person, very creative, and they can fix things up. They have secret crushes. That's something about them, is that even though they're very confident, sometimes it takes them a little while to come forward, because there is a side of them that's a little bit sensitive and a little bit shy. And that sounds really weird, because here we are talking about this person that's so confident, that's so forthright, that comes up and tells you how they feel. But it does take them a little while to get the courage to like come forward and pull up that energy to like be that person they are. So if you meet somebody like this, give them a chance and take your time with them, because most likely you will know that they're into you, because like all eyes are on you. Like they bring the center, they bring you into the conversation. They make you the center of attention. They want to spend their time with you. They want to help you. That's how you know, because they find out that something is broken and they want to help you fix it, or they want to help solve a problem, and they're just right there. And they're very flirty too. And so you might be dating this person for weeks or months and wonder what is going on here. But eventually they step forward and they make their intentions known. And so it just takes a little time for them to like really pull up the confidence that they have. It's natural to them, but in love, it's funny. They can be a little shy, okay? This person, like we mentioned, the King of Wands is in charge, but it doesn't mean that they want a partner that's submissive. In fact, the King of Wands is drawn to really strong people. They're drawn to really strong men, or very strong women, or very strong people in general. So if you're somebody who's like a strong person, and actually if you feel like I'm describing you right now, and you're like, this is me, then it's funny because with the King of Wands, like attracts like. They don't want someone to totally dominate. They need someone who can kind of be on their vibe and be on their level. And other cards and other archetypes are different, but this person actually likes somebody who is a lot like them. Obviously different enough to have that yin yang energy, but they're drawn to strong people. This person is used to being the boss. The funny thing is that they are the one who's always deciding where the group is gonna go eat dinner, or what the plans are. At work, they might have a promotion and be a manager, or they might have, you know, the entrepreneur business. They are their own boss. But in the relationship, they really value partnership, and they get bored. They get bored with somebody who's too submissive. And so it's kind of funny. Sometimes there's power struggles in relationships with this type of person. And they can get really intense, but it's like that's what kind of keeps the fire going. Now, this isn't someone who's terribly romantic, okay? They're not showering you with gifts and I love you, baby, all the time. You'll definitely feel loved and you'll feel inspired. Their way to show love is like to take you places and take you on adventures and like go like to the ocean or to the mountains or on road trips or on vacations, or like their love language is most likely quality time. They don't like clingy people. So if you're super clingy, this person doesn't like that. They like to feel loved, and they like support. And this is someone who actually is very good in long-term relationships and is very loyal, but they do not like clingy people. So their partner has to understand that, like, that they got to give their King of Wands some space. So you got to give your King of Wands some space. It takes a very strong person to understand the King of Wands, because some people might see this person as someone who's a little self-centered, but you realize they're not, because everything that they're doing is for other people. They want to make a change. They want to make a difference in the world. They're just very like committed to their mission and to their purpose in life. And they found their mission and their purpose very early in life. Something else that's kind of funny is they find routine really boring. So like you might be somebody who always likes different things and likes new things, and your schedule's a little different, and they like that. They like a little bit of an element of surprise, and they're drawn to people who are like adventurous as well. So yes, this is like attracts like. This person is attracted to people who are like them in personality. So if you feel like you match this, then you are a good match for the King of Wands type of person. They're looking for somebody who's really independent, somebody who's confident, somebody who's strong. Doesn't mean that like you can't have emotions and can't be yourself and can't break down and can't go through depression sometimes and can't be a human. It's just in general, they like someone who's like kind of on that vibe. And they like freshness, and they will help to create freshness in a relationship. And I think it's very spicy to date the King of Wands, or to be with the King of Wands, because you will always be surprised with them. They like, just every time you come home to them, they're gonna have like something they want to show you, or some kind of surprise, or some kind of wild idea. And if you bring things like that to them, if you have an impulse or an idea, like, they're totally down, and they really make a great partner, because they will help you accomplish anything you want to accomplish. And they do have a soft spot. They go, and then they just like kind of pass out, and they love being cuddled, they love being nurtured, and they love to cuddle and nurture as well. And let's just say that when it sexually, the King of Wands is known as being like the best. You will think this is like the best you ever had, or like it's different every time with them. Like, it's intense, it's fire, it's chemistry, it's passion, it's like nothing you ever had. So this King of Wands is definitely one of my favorites. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you resonate with this type of person? Have you dated someone like this? Are you currently with someone like this, or crushing on someone like this? Does this sound a lot like you? Let me know in the comments below, and thank you for coming to my channel. I'll see you next time. Peace out. So for those of you guys who choose number 2, let's find your love match. What type of person would work well with you? And we are getting the Queen of Pentacles. So, just as a disclaimer, I know there's all sorts of people with all sorts of dating preferences who are watching this, so just because we see a woman here doesn't necessarily mean that this is a woman. This is just an energy, this is just an archetype. So if you're attracted to men, or you're attracted to women, or you're attracted to non-binary, or anything in between, this is an energy, this is a person, so it doesn't matter about gender or sexual orientation or anything, it's just an energy, okay? So this is the Queen of Pentacles, and this person is a very big-hearted person, okay? They are definitely an empath, which doesn't mean that they're weak or that they're too sensitive or anything, okay? I want to make that clear. Their power comes from their ability to have an open heart. And in fact, that's probably one of the things that attracts you to them the most, is that they have such a big heart, and that they see the person in the conversation who isn't being included, and they try to bring them in. They see the person on the side of the road that needs help, and they stop to help them. You know, they see the stray animal, and they try to take care of it. They're that big-hearted person who is always helping and supporting others. And so they're just a very wholesome person. They're very welcoming, and they're very supportive. And this is someone who's very generous with their energy. Like, one of their biggest missions and purposes in life is to help, and is to heal. And so it's likely that this person is some type of helper or some type of healer in the job that they do. We'll get to that in a second, but that's just what they live for. And so this is somebody who's a very good resource for others, and is very intelligent as well. You see this crown of flowers, and even this little crown above the crown chakra. This is like a thinking person, someone who's thoughtful but also has a big heart. So this is a balanced person, a very harmonious person that has the divine energies, divine feminine, divine masculine energies balanced really, really well. And so that's something you're gonna like about them, is that they have the big heart, but they also have the logic and the sensibility to follow through on things, and to make plans, and to take steps. This is somebody who's very loyal, and this is long-term relationship potential for sure. Like, Queen of Pentacles is always down for a long-term relationship, and is like, just does not like superficial anything. In order for them to like want to date you, or be with you, or be intimate with you, they want to feel like they have an emotional and also a mental connection with you. So this isn't someone who's gonna come at you just trying to hook up. This is somebody who really like is very attracted to beautiful things, or to very attractive people. And they make people feel stable and secure. So this is somebody who's very well organized. When you go over to their place for the first time, you'll notice that like it's clean and it's organized. Sometimes a little bit of OCD tendencies, but honestly, that's more the shadow side of the Queen of Pentacles. The light side is more that they do like things tidy, and they keep their atmosphere clean, and it's really inviting, and it just gives you this sense like this person has this balanced energy, and they're not like a mess, you know? So have you ever heard of like the man child or the woe child, like the people that are just kind of children in adults' bodies and just never grow up? This person's kind of the opposite of that. They grew up very early in life. They're fun, and they're playful, and they're whimsical, and they're romantic, but they grew up, they're grown up. They're very far along in life. They're like an old soul. And so this person does like kind of tedious work. And so you might notice that they're like a painter, or that they've done work around their home that's very tedious, or they have hobbies that are tedious, like sewing or knitting, or maybe even the sports that they like, or the exercise that they do is tedious, or they might be into like weightlifting and like specific ways of doing things, and like they like kind of rules and order. But rules were meant to be broken too. This person definitely has a touch with the earth. So they are gonna have plants everywhere. They're gonna have a green thumb. They might even enjoy like gardening or being around nature, or like they definitely love landscaping and stuff like that. This is somebody who sets a schedule and sticks to it. And even they do leave time though for spontaneous like days, but they like will schedule that in. So if you're somebody who's like attracted to that and you don't like things just kind of being all over the place and dealing with somebody who's just doesn't follow through and like shows up late and doesn't care, like this is a good person for you, because they actually make a plan and they'll tell you ahead of time like, hey, this is the plan for Saturday and make sure that you wear this and you bring this because we're gonna go here. They'll want to surprise you, like it's a surprise, but they won't leave you completely just like, oh, showing up at the fancy restaurant wearing the wrong outfit because they left out the detail. This is someone who pays attention to detail. So when they first get to know you, they will remember like little things that you say, and like later on in the relationship, months later, they'll give you a thoughtful gift and you'll be like, I can't believe you remember that I said that on our second date, that that's something I wanted or something I needed. Like, this is the queen of thoughtful gifts, okay? So this is somebody who is very successful through practical ways. They have a very realistic approach to their goals. This is someone who is well aware of their strengths and abilities, so they're not just somebody who's delusional and thinks success is gonna happen overnight for them. They know where their weak points are, they know where their strong points are, and they work diligently to accomplish things. So when you date this person, it's nice. They're good with money. We got the pentacles here, we gotta throw that in. They'll have savings. It doesn't matter what job they have or what situation they're in. It'll seem like they're affluent or that they have a lot of money and a lot of abundance, and you'll just feel secure and stable about that side of them. If you end up living with this person or moving in with them or marrying them, you'll never have to worry about money, no matter what the situation is, because they're very smart. They know how to make money appear out of anywhere. They know how to take a penny and stretch it into a dollar. Like, they're just very resourceful people. And so it's like refreshing. It's refreshing to be around somebody who, like, you can trust them. You get a sense you can trust them because they really follow through on things. And since that's how they are about their life, that's kind of how they are in relationships too. Like, they work hard to make their relationships successful. They work hard to get to know you. They work hard to please you. They work hard in the bedroom. And this is somebody who actually is not an introvert. They might, I would say they're like an extroverted introvert. If they have introverted tendencies, they do enjoy time around people. They enjoy like status a little bit, and they do enjoy socializing. So this is somebody who has like a really strong circle of friends around them, friends that have been in their life for a very long time. And like, they are surrounded by relationships they put a lot of time and effort into, and they choose the people who are in their life very carefully. This is somebody who, once again, is very financially secure and is a prosperous person. And they're also drawn to like the finer things in life. I always think about the Taurus when I see the Queen of Pentacles card. Taurus sun, moon, or rising. Maybe somebody who, I always think a little bit about Leo too, just a little bit, or maybe more of a Libra actually. I think I got those confused. I actually meant Libra. This is somebody who is drawn to the finer things in life. They love art. So they love going to art galleries. They love nice clothing. They love, you know, nice wine. Like, they have a good taste in things. You know, they like good food. Maybe they have a thing for collecting something or antiquing or, you know, homes or real estate. Like, they like good quality, and they know how to pick out good quality things that will last. And they love art shows, and they love going to poetry readings and open mic nights. They might even indulge in those type of things. So this is somebody who is a little bit of a homebody because they've made like a sanctuary around their home. Their home isn't just a crash pad for them, it's like a sanctuary. And you will spend a lot of time in their home and really enjoy it. And this person, the Queen of Pentacles, is likely to ask you to move in versus you, like, them moving in with you. They'll want to bring you into their home. They love pets, okay? They've got a lot of pets, and that's why it's impressive that their home is so clean. You're not gonna find a lot of pet hair and like smelly dog smell or anything like that around them. but they have pets. They might even have a farm. They might have a love of the country. They might have horses or cows or chickens or goats, or this could be somebody at the very least who has a lot of dogs or cats. They are an animal person. They're like an animal charmer, an animal whisperer, and they're good with children as well. You know, they're just very a nurturing person, and kind of the leader of the pack kind of energy as well. So animals are just naturally feel calm and comforted by them, and that's a good sign. This person might even be like volunteering at like an animal shelter, or is raising awareness, because this animals are something they're very, very passionate about. So this is your loving, loyal, supportive partner who is very, very particular about who they date. So that's what's wonderful, is when this person chooses you or you choose them and you start dating them, they're not just like dating whoever comes along. Like they're content being single for many years until they find the right person. And that's what's so special about being with this person, is because you feel like you've been chosen consciously, and you also have chosen them consciously, and it's like this beautiful harmonious energy. So let me know what you think about this person. If you've dated people like this before, or if you do find yourself attracted to somebody like this, or if you're currently dating or crushing on someone like this, or maybe this even sounds a little bit like you. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and thank you for coming to my channel. I will see you next time. Peace out. So for those of you guys who choose number 3, let's see who your love match is. And you're getting the King of Hearts. So I just want to say a disclaimer real quick that even though we see what looks to be as a man on this card, if you happen to be somebody who is attracted to women or non-binaries, or anyone who is anywhere on the spectrum of gender or sexuality or preferences, it doesn't really matter. This is somebody who, this is like a archetype. This is more of an energy. So I'm going to be referring to this as a person, so that no matter who you are attracted to or what your preference is, this is a reading that can resonate with you. So this is the King of Hearts, okay? And so this is somebody who I always see as like a water sign for sure. Like they've got to have some type of Cancer or Pisces, or I always see Scorpio with the King of Hearts too, associated with them. So maybe they've got a water sun or moon or rising sign, or their Venus is in water, or a lot of water in the chart. Because yes, this is the lover, the archetypal lover card. I mean, just look, this is the King of Hearts, otherwise known as the King of Cups, okay? And they've got this heart in their hand. There's hearts everywhere. They love being in love. And so this is like a Casanova type. Usually when you find yourself attracted to a King of Hearts, it's because there's already been some type of flirting going on, or you sense that they're very outgoing when it comes to love, or they're very romantic. In fact, a lot of people end up meeting their King of Hearts because they know somebody who dated them, or it's right after a breakup, or sometimes in the middle of a relationship they're in. It's interesting. The King of Hearts or King of Cups has got a lot going on emotionally and with love. Love is the most important thing to them. And I'm just gonna turn off my AC real quick. Boop. Yeah, they're in love with being in love. So you might be thinking, why would I be attracted to this person, and can I really trust this person? Well, I'll be honest. The King of Hearts or the King of Cups is known a lot as kind of like a fuck boy or fuck girl, or a person who can be a player. Okay, so yes, they can be a player, but this ideal person is more the light side of the King of Hearts or King of Cups. Somebody who's spicy but isn't a player, obviously, because this is your ideal love match. So this is somebody who can freely express their emotions and is very artistic and super psychic and super intuitive. Like they can read your mind. It's bizarre. So if you're somebody who is also very intuitive, like you'll have a crazy connection with them. Like you'll notice that like you think about them and they pop in your head and bam, there's a text from them, or they walk around the corner. There'll be a lot of weird synchronicities and things that you can't explain when you're falling in love with this person, because of both of your like psychic intuitive abilities coming together. This is someone who doesn't always choose to express their emotions. They can even be a little secretive or sometimes withdrawn. And so that's where I see like the Scorpio energy sometimes coming in on this card or on this archetype. Sometimes we think, oh, because the King of Hearts or King of Cups is so emotional and wears their heart on their sleeve that they're just going to be like all over the place. But it's like they're aware. They're very aware of how emotional they are. So they do kind of hold that inside. And sometimes that energy has to come out. So it comes out through like incredible artwork or poetry or music or guitar. It's a lot of people I know who are like King of Hearts or King of Cups or this type of energy. They're playing the guitar, they're playing the piano, or they're singing music, or they are like some type of like master at some type of artwork or creativity. So they're very masterful. They've learned how to channel their emotions into something productive because they're just so emotional. And it can be awkward sometimes to be such a sensitive, emotional person. I can identify, I'm an empath. I wonder if you can identify with that too. And so they know how to flow it, okay? So sometimes they might go overboard and kind of not show their emotions because they're so emotional that they kind of overcompensate for that. So in the beginning, you're not sure how this person feels about you. You're not sure about, like, you're not getting anything from them. And it's just funny because like when they let themselves open up, when they start feeling comfortable in a relationship and they really open up and they pursue you, and when they fall in love, they're leaving you little gifts and treats and writing notes for you when you wake up in the morning, and they're just showering you with love and affection. In fact, some people worry when they fall in love with the King of Hearts or King of Cups and get like a red flag because they're afraid they're being love bombed by someone because they go overboard. But this person, of course, this is your ideal lover, so they stay committed, they continue. And even years into a relationship with the King of Hearts or King of Cups, that side of them that wants to just be in love and be romantic just never stops. Like, they are always romancing you. And so if you're somebody who just really wants a romance, like a passionate relationship, and that's like so important for you to keep the love alive, then the King of Hearts and the King of Cups is for you, because that's the most important thing to them. So in the beginning, yes, they can be a little bit guarded or have their walls up. And they might not reveal their true feelings right away, but when they do, like, it's going down. So this is somebody who likes to have their own style. This is somebody who, and it's funny because in this card, this person definitely is very stylish and has got like this belt on and this like cape and this thing on their hat. They're not afraid to like have their own style. And even if this happens to be somebody who's very like minimal and simple with how they dress or put themselves together, like the colors will be chosen very specifically, or they always shop from the same type of brand and like they put it all together in a certain way. There's just, even if they're minimal, like they are very intentional about how they pick their clothing. And so this is somebody who, yeah, they probably love fashion, or they have certain clothing lines that they're really into. They might like shopping, they like putting themselves together, and even if they're kind of a minimal person that doesn't care about that, they end up like just always looking on point. And that's something you'll like about them, is that no matter where you go with them, you can take them anywhere. You could take them to the opera, or you could go out to dinner, or you could just go to like a little hole-in-the-wall restaurant, or to meet the family or whatever, and they always have like somehow the perfect outfit, but they're not fussy. It's just natural to them. They just create. They're very attracted to colors. So this is somebody who's got color around them, you know, colorful environment that they live in, or like a specific color palette that's like their signature. They just love color. And that's why I always see them as like a painter sometimes too. They're a little bit eccentric. This person's a little eccentric, maybe with their thoughts or their opinions or their beliefs. Like, once you really get to know them, you realize that they're a little eccentric, and you might realize some people misunderstand them. This person has like a depth to them that's just so deep. That's what's fun, is like, it's like reading an exciting book. You're flipping pages and you're finding out something new and you just can't put it down. That's what falling in love with the King of Hearts or King of Cups is like. And so this person is just very, very spiritual as well. They might have old-fashioned values, they might be very religious, or they're just very spiritual about how they see the world or what they believe in. And even if this is somebody who happens to be like an atheist or agnostic or whatever, they're very devoted to that. they whatever their viewpoint is, like, spirituality is important to them, and if they're not spiritual, then they're devoted to that too, of just like trusting in themselves or believing in themselves. And so they like philosophy for sure. They aren't closed-minded. They're open to other points of view. They're always kind of exploring, and they're very connected to their intuition. They make decisions based off of their gut feelings. They definitely make decisions based off of their feelings. Not to say they're not a logical or smart person, because they're very smart. They're very well read. They love books. They might have a higher education, but they trust their gut. So this is someone who's also very compassionate. That's something that you're gonna love about them, is that you feel like they're not cold. And it's funny because in the beginning you feel like, what are they thinking? What are they feeling? Why are they being so cold to me? But when you get to know them and they open up, like, they're very compassionate person. And they're very balanced. They're sensitive to the needs of other people. They're a good listener, so you don't have to be afraid to like come home from a bad day at work and like tell them what went down. Like, they can listen and not take on that energy and hold space for you. They do not like conflict. So this is somebody who might need to learn a little bit about communication, because they are known to be the kind of people, when they're upset, to be maybe a little passive aggressive, or to keep things inside, or to leave the house for a while, or to be a little not confrontational. So also, I feel like that's the hard thing about them, but they learn how to express this side of themselves. It's just because they don't want to make someone unhappy. They don't want to ruffle any feathers. They like peace. So this is somebody who will leave you feeling like very in love. Like, when you fall for the King of Hearts or King of Cups, you'll be in love like you never have before. It'll be so intense. The hard thing also about this person is that they've had many people they've dated in the past, but they've learned a lot from each relationship, and this person will never talk crap on their ex. And that's a sign sometimes when people are always talking crap on their exes. Sometimes it's true that someone is just attracted a lot of narcissists, or has unfortunately dated toxic or abusive people, and that just happens sometimes. And to talk about something that happened and that hurt you, or someone you dated that like left an impact on you, is one thing, but sometimes it's a red flag. Sometimes when someone's trash talking their exes a lot, because you're like, oh, I wonder if that's what they'll do to me when we break up. So this person actually talks highly of the people they've dated and sees it as like people that kind of mark their growth in life. The King of Hearts or King of Cups is known to get married sometimes young, and they marry for life. They're literally like a mate for life type of person, like a pigeon. And so that's what they've been doing this whole time, is they're just looking for the one. So if you're someone who's looking for the one, the King of Hearts or King of Cups is perfect for you, because when you bring up the idea of marriage or long-term stuff, they're into that. Like, they'll want to talk about, oh, our future home together, or what our life will be like, or let's name our children. Like, they're into that kind of stuff. They have a kind of a soft side to them. I also think this is somebody who does really want children, or is very, very open to children. And some of my friends who are with the King of Hearts or King of Cups or water sign type of person have told me that their partner has said that they want babies even before they've brought it up. Like, they are open to having a big family. I mean, every person's different, and it's not a necessity. It's a personal choice to have children, of course, but if you're open to having children, this person's definitely open, okay? This is an emotionally mature person. This is a very peaceful lover. This is somebody who is kind and is gentle, and rarely like raises their voice or gets tough or rough. Like, this is a safe person, and this is someone who will shower you with love and affection forever. So let me know what you think about this card and about this type of person. Have you dated somebody like this before? Are you crushing on someone like this? Does this sound like someone that could be your type, or do you resonate with this card at all? Let me know in the comments below, and thank you for coming to my channel. I'll see you next time. Peace out. So for those of you guys who choose number 4, let's see what person would be your love match. And you are getting the King of Pentacles. So I just want to say as a disclaimer real quick that no matter where you fall on the spectrum of gender or your orientation or preferences, this is a person. So we do see what appears to be a male figure here, but if you happen to be attracted to women or something different, don't worry about it, because this is a reading that's for everybody. And so it's more just like an archetype or personality we're going to be talking about, okay? So this reading applies to everyone. So you are getting the King of Pentacles. This is definitely an earthy, earth person. So I'd be surprised if this person wasn't like an earth sign. If they had like an earth, sun, moon, or rising, or a lot of earth in the chart. So they're like the earthiest of the earth signs. This is someone that's very grounded, very hardworking, and they like work hard to get what they want. And so we're seeing the pentacles here. The first thing we got to talk about with this person is that they are very financially secure, very financially stable. In fact, probably a wealthy individual. So for you, if wealth and luxury and being taken care of and having good financial standing is extremely important to you, this is someone that will want to come along and spoil you financially and treat you and like is very, very good at this. So they might even have a job where they're working in finances or real estate or accounting, or they have a couple businesses, or they're a business owner or an investor or something like that. Like their work is very important to them, so they work hard. And this is a good person if you want to be the one that like stays home and like has your own stuff going on and like taking care of the home, or maybe having your own little things going on, or you just want to enjoy life. This person is like, it's cool if I work and you don't, no problem, or they'll support you to do whatever it is that you want, and they are happy to do that. That's like one of the ways they show love to a partner. Abundance and plenty surround this person. That's the first thing that you'll be impressed by, is that like they have their own house, they have an amazing place that they live. Like they do kind of like to flaunt their money a little bit, but more just like to be generous and just to prove to you that like they've got their crap together. And so this is somebody who challenges other people to go out and work for their success. They haven't just inherited this. It's something they've worked very hard for from a very young age. And so this is a solid person. They're very practical, they're very down to earth, and they're very, they know what their commitments and responsibilities are. So the only problem with the King of Pentacles is time. They will make quality time with you, and that's one of the main ways that they show their love. But it's like, this is a good partner for you if you need freedom and you need space and independence and you want to feel very loved. But you don't want someone who's too clingy. Like I think something that's attractive about the King of Pentacles is that they kind of have their life together and they have their own thing going on. So when you come into it, it's not a struggle really, and you are provided to do whatever it is you want to do in your life. And it's not like they save you from your life or your situation or whatever. It's just a very mature relationship. And they're very busy. So the phone's ringing a lot, or they're gone a lot, or they might vacation and be away from the home, but they work hard so that they can play hard. So when they like have a weekend off or a week to go somewhere with you, like the phone will be off, they'll be unplugged and disconnected, and they will give you their full attention. And so you won't feel starved for their attention. But it's nice because you get to have space to do what you want when you're with the King of Pentacles, because their livelihood, their job and career is like so important to them. This is somebody that can be a little bit stubborn, their way or the highway kind of person, but they have a soft spot for you, and you're like the one that can get through to them, and it's actually more of like an endearing quality. And so that's the only thing that might be hard with this person. This person likes things that are old-fashioned. They're an old soul. So in their house, they might have like a record player, or they might have a soft spot for like old black and white movies, or they might like actually have a newspaper subscription, like, or maybe the way they dress is a little vintage or something. You'll find like little things like that about them that are really cute as well. This is somebody who is like the owner of the land, the owner of the property. So it's possible that they have like a big piece of land or a big piece of property, or that they have a dream of like conserving like a property or opening up a national park, or, you know, they like to work with the earth. They like to work with the land. So they could be some type of builder, or someone in construction or real estate or landscaping or something like that. Or they might be the boss of a company like that. They might be somebody who's like an architect or in charge of construction for like the city or high-rise buildings or something. But even if this person works in the city or something, they don't want to live in the city. So this person would rather have like a long commute than live in the middle of all of that. So that might also be why they've got a long commute, or they're out from the house a lot, but they want to live in the countryside, or they want to have a big property where they have a lot of space. And that's something you're just gonna love about this person, is their space, their property, and the fact that they've created it all with you in mind. Like if this is your person, they end up being someone who is like, they've been waiting for you. They've been creating this all for you. It hasn't just been for them. Like they've had you in mind all along. And that's what's so special, is when you meet them and they end up being the one, you realize it's all been for you. And it's like this beautiful gift. Like their life has been this beautiful gift to you, and everything they've created and provided. So we're talking again about this person, their taste being very luxurious. They have an eye for art, and so they might be going to art benefits, or they might be hosting get-togethers. So if you like to host parties, if you like to have people over to the home, if you like the idea of having luxury around you, but also love and support and this feeling of coziness at home, despite the size of the house, then it's a great person for you, because they love to entertain and they want someone to entertain with. And they have a lot of friendships and a lot of people around them in business. You'll meet new people around them, and if like you bring your friends and family into the equation, they will just love to meet new people, and they make everyone feel comfortable. And everyone that you meet will feel really good about this person. They'll be like, wow, this is such a great person for you. There's really no red flags with the King of Pentacles. It's so comfortable to be with them. This person, I see, offers, you know, this financial and physical security for you. They're a really steady partner. And they're romantic, but in their own way. They're romantic in the way that they can be loyal. They're romantic in the way that they're committed. They're romantic in the way that they make time for you. They're romantic in the way that it's, even though there's luxury and success and money, it's like the simple things and the simple moments you have together that mean everything. They love to watch the sunrise and the sunset, and they love to be surrounded by beautiful things and in beautiful places. And you'll travel with this person for sure. They have a love for travel, and you'll see things you've never seen before with them. And they'll make sure you're taken care of. Like if you haven't eaten for a couple hours or a whole day, they'll actually sit down and they'll make you food. Like they'll cook for you. The King of Pentacles is also a really good cook and a really good chef and loves food. And so they're like a foodie, and they will make you the most delicious food, or even healthy food. So you'll want for nothing if you're with the King of Pentacles. And you will have a very strong emotional connection with them. And this is a very sensual lover as well, very intense. Like they are slow with their touch. They take their time. They take their time to seduce you, and they're all about you when it comes to like pleasure. They don't mind being submissive or dominant. Like they can switch back and forth. It's just kind of like what you want. And so this person's very like kind of open, very changeable, very like will flow with you. And that's what the greatest thing about this relationship is that you can just flow with them. This person loves animals. They're definitely a protector of wildlife. They love dogs especially. They're gonna have a lot of animals around them. And the cool thing about this person is that they've turned their hobby into like a business. That's something that you think is really cool about them. You're attracted to their success. You're attracted to their gentle touch. You're attracted to their open heart and their love for animals. And you see this person is very stable. They become a very good parent as well, if that's something you're interested in. So this is somebody who has strong values. They can be a little bit traditional as well. They're all about education. They're all about independence. And they are definitely all about spoiling you. So let me know what you think about this person. Have you dated someone like this? Does this sound attractive to you? Are you crushing on someone who's like this? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you next time. Peace out. So for those of you guys who choose number 5, let's go ahead and see who your love match is. And you are getting the Queen of Hearts. So I just want to say real quick that it doesn't matter where you lie on the gender spectrum or your specific preferences or orientation. Even though we see what appears to be a woman here on this card, this is an energy. This is a vibe. This is like an archetype. So I want this reading to be open for everyone to do. So just be open to that and realize that even if you aren't in fact attracted to women or what it looks like on this card, this could be anyone, okay? Whatever you are into. It's all about you. So this is the Queen of Hearts, and this is somebody who, of course, is just very open to all matters of the heart. We're seeing hearts all around this person. We've got some seahorses. We've got some energy here that might have to do with being, sometimes I see an air sign here with this person, like an Aquarian energy. But sometimes I also see like Gemini with them, or even a Pisces, sun, moon, rising. So it's a blend of air, it's a blend of water. And so this person's very like intelligent and very smart, and maybe even has higher education or is well read or is really good at speaking or communicating or has independent ideas and thoughts. But it's also somebody who's very emotional. You know, they're concerned with matters of the heart, be it relationships or love or family. Their personal fulfillment is very important to them. And that's what's nice, is that this person wants to help other people, but they put themselves first. And so this isn't somebody that's like draining themselves and always doing things for other people. So they're breaking down and they barely have anything left to give for you. It's like they put themselves first and they take good care of their health. And that's one thing you're going to notice about this person, is that they seem to be very stable and very balanced emotionally, even though they're a very emotional person. So they're just like comfortable with themselves. They're very authentic. Even the person in this picture has on like this crazy outfit, and she's just like chilling here and doing their own thing. So this is somebody who is an empath, okay? They're very sensitive. They might have had some trauma in their early life, like a crazy backstory that's really changed them and the way that they see the world. I mean, I think we all have got trauma and backstory, but this person's story is very interesting. And so this person has to work a lot on not being too worried. And they've like learned that. They've learned how to handle worry and fear. So this is the best person to go to when you're having a problem or when you're feeling down, because they lift you up, because they're constantly having to lift themselves up. So they know all about that. So this is somebody who can be like a good counselor, or a good intuitive person, or like an artist, or honestly, they're gonna do well no matter what they do. The Queen of Hearts type of person is someone I usually find to be like a good singer, someone who's using their voice, someone who's teaching, somebody who's like lecturing, or is public speaking, or is singing, or is on stage, or is expressing themselves, or is helping the less fortunate. that's definitely like something that's behind them in their energy. They might have like a organization that they're ahead of, or they're getting a message out to the world, and it's beautiful. And so this is somebody who's compassionate and doesn't judge others. So they have so many different types of friends around them. That's one thing you really love about them. It's probably how you end up meeting them, is like through your friends, because it seems like everyone just kind of knows this person. And it's like they don't really fit anywhere, like a piece of the puzzle. Like they're very original, and it's just cool because you might get together with them and their friends and like see how different all these people are and be like, wow, this is so interesting. Like so many different types of people, so fascinating surrounding this person. And so like they don't judge. They're just like open. They're there to comfort people. This person can be a little introverted. They can be a little quiet when you first get to know them. But then once you kind of break down those walls and those barriers, like they're actually very talkative. So it's weird because you might see that their social media persona, or that what they're doing with their work, is somebody who's speaking or who's kind of out there, but like on a one-to-one basis, or when you actually get in front of them and start talking to them, they can be like a little quiet or more of a listener, or they smile and they're friendly, but you know, they're a good listener, so they listen a lot more than they speak in like real life with someone. They give really good advice, really good wisdom to people. This is somebody who's really guided by their feelings and someone who speaks from their heart. They're the comforter, you know. They seem to have a lot of answers in life. They have this wisdom that's just out of this world. So once again, this is somebody who knows what they want in life, and they might go about it in a pushy way. They tend to put a lot on their plate, a lot on their schedule. Like maybe in the beginning when you guys get to know each other, they're a little shy, and like then they open up and then they start pursuing you. And so you might be surprised by how fast they switch. Like, whoa, I had no idea they were into me, and now here they are like coming at me. And so it's like kind of exciting dating this person, because you might have a secret crush on them for a while and find out that they're crushing on you too. And as soon as they get wind of that, bam, they're coming at you. and they're good in matters of the heart. They know what to say. They know how to seduce. They're very seductive. Being intimate with them is wild and out of this world, and like just different every time. This is a loyal, loving, and faithful person who likes peace, and so they avoid arguments and they just try to keep things chill in the relationship. This is somebody who is totally down to get married. So I know that not everybody is up for that or down for that, and that's totally okay. It's a personal choice. But if you want to get married, this is someone who's been thinking about that for a long time. So if this is your ideal person or your love match, this is somebody who will want to, you know, settle down and get married. Someone who might even rush a little bit into that. It's rare to date the Queen of Hearts or Queen of Cups for more than a couple years and not get married to them. They don't do the whole dating for 5, 10, 15 years thing. Like when they meet their person, like they're moving on to the next if they don't think it's their person, you know? So if you've been in the relationship with this person for a year, 2 years, like it's serious for them. It's not just normal. It's very serious for them. They have a lot of friends, like I mentioned, a lot of friends. They're not like the center of the group. Like when they bring all their friends around, they're not like the life of the party kind of person, but they have a lot of friends. They always want to be included. All their friends trust them. They keep good connections with people. And this is somebody who has just so many options for their career. They could do counseling, like I mentioned, or healing, childcare, psychology, nursing, maybe social work. They might even do something spiritual with their life, or want to be somebody who comes up with some type of organization or a nonprofit or something to help other people towards a certain cause. They might even be a little political. And this is somebody who does love animals and is very hospitable. So they might own their own like inn or bed and breakfast, or that could be a dream of theirs to bring people into the home and to treat them or something like that, or to have like a resort or something. I also see something about this person. They really love the ocean. So they could be like a surfer, or they could be someone who loves to go on long walks by the beach, you know? They could be somebody who snorkels or scuba dives or has some type of water hobby, or somebody who like has a house or wants to have a home by a lake or likes to go hiking by a river. Like, you always will find them by water. It's what's peaceful to them. In their home, they might even have little fountains or be playing waterfall music on their speakers. They love water. This is also somebody, and you see that here, of course, pretty obvious. They're loving water. Creative person, artistic, successful, you know, anything. Like, I always see this person as like an actor, somebody who's on stage. And somebody who does know how to put themselves together. They like fashion, they like dressing up, or they like wearing certain colors. This is also somebody who's a writer. It's hard to picture the Queen of Hearts or Queen of Cups as somebody who is like not a writer. They're a deep thinker. Now, in a relationship with this person, okay, in a relationship with them, it is intense. Like, you will find yourself falling so deep in love, deeper in love than you've ever been before, and dreaming about a reality with this person that like you've never dreamed about with anyone else. They are very attractive. They're like, you might feel like this person's a little out of your league when you first meet them. That's how attractive they are. And they're happy. They're like a happy person. And so you love how they like lift you up and bring good vibes. And they're like open to feelings, and they're a very receptive person and very, very inspiring. So I feel like this is a good person for you if you're like open to those types of energies. Let me know what you think about this reading. Have you dated people like this before? Does this sound attractive to you? Are you crushing on somebody like this? Let me know in the comments below what you think, and thank you so much for coming to my channel. I'll see you next time. Peace out.